Hi guys, Chantal here from Grounded Mind. How are you guys doing today? It's so hot in the UK at the moment. We're having like this heat wave that doesn't really seem to want to end, and I'm not complaining about it. We need the water, but let's just, for those of you in the UK, enjoy our summer, because I'm sure after next week we're going to probably get about 3 months of rain which is normal. But anyway, I hope you're having a good day. This is my second take on this video, if anyone saw it yesterday, but I wanted to just retake it because I want to come across as a person who's helping, and so with what I'm saying I want it to be clear, and so I wanted to call this video you can do this, you've got this, you can heal. Yes, you can heal, you can do this. And the reason why I'm saying and doing this video is because it's that assurance to people that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. It feels like a dark tunnel, it feels like it's a bit warm, it does feel like there isn't a way out, but there is a way out. That's probably a bit too loud. There is a way out. It took me back to the journey that I've been on, and the state of mind that I was in, and the symptoms that went chronic. So the vertigo, so the unbalanced feeling. It was like I always thought before vestibular migraine that vertigo was a spinny room, but it isn't just a spinny room. Vertigo is feeling unbalanced. Vertigo is feeling that feeling before you have vertigo, and that being continuous is still vertigo. And so when that became chronic, and when the doctor said, oh, that balance, that feeling that you're feeling right now is vertigo, when that became chronic, and then when the tinnitus started and the pitching started, and then the fear alongside all of that, I had so much fear. And then also the feeling very self-aware, not wanting to go outside because I felt like everybody was staring at me. I felt so paranoid, and the brain fog, which really impacted me in a professional way. All of these things, and just having that kind of like a bubble in your head, almost felt as if this is your head and you're living normally, but then with VM it's like you're inside your head and you can't actually get to where you usually are. And so it just felt as if you were continuously kind of cushioned by something that wouldn't allow you to be the true you. And then mix that up with the stress and anxiety, and then the light sensitivity and the sound and people, it wasn't good. So I know what you guys are going through. I know the hell, because it does feel like hell. It feels like you're trapped in not knowing what's going on. But I'm not going to go into all the details of everything that happened, because I know that people on here have listened to my journey already on Dan Buglio's channel. But the realization that I could fix this by reframing what I thought and how I saw and how I looked at my symptoms, and seeing the gradual shift of things like somatic tracking, and being in the present with my symptoms without judging them, really took it down a notch. It really did. And while my coaching does not go into all the intricate explanations of everything, it absolutely does give you an easy way to understand what you need to do in a few steps. And in those steps that I explain how to ground yourself so that your symptoms reduce. And so, it's very powerful word. You can do this. You've got this. You can do this too. Because if I can retrain my brain to get to the point where I'm living life again, where I'm driving my car again, where I'm going to the supermarkets, to the mall, picking up the kids from school, going to the gym a few times a week, and not fearing those environments like I used to, then I will try my hardest to get you to understand that this, how you feel, how I used to feel, isn't going to last always if you can change your mindset. And so it is about living life, and it's about facing those fears. You know, bit by bit I faced the fears that were holding me back. These were fears that were there as well before I had VM, and then it was heightened to such a high height when I had VM that the paranoia around doing simple things like, well, not simple, but things like, you know, having a meeting and being in an office setting, in a boardroom with people. You know, that was the most times not scary, but, you know, like I didn't really want to do it all the time. I had to do it, it's my job. But then having vestibular migraine and then doing it, that thought, that anxiety triggered my VM. And to face that fear, I had to, when I learned about deep breathing, when I learned about how to listen to my symptoms without judging them, and actually stepping into fear with a different mindset, the outcome was spectacular. I did it, and not only did I do it, when I felt an onset of symptoms, because my mindset changed, my symptoms reduced in that moment. And so that was my clarification and my evidence that mind body works. So when you've got that clarification through anything that you do which is mind body related, it's not a coincidence. Hold on to that belief, you know, hold on to that belief and carry on doing the things that you need to do to heal. Because as I always say, it's a journey, and you will learn your mindset and how you think about things will be completely different to how it's ever been before. So these are my few words today, and if you ever want to have a chat with me, book a free consultation. Let's have a chat and let's simplify things. Let's not be all complicated, because you know what, mind body healing isn't complicated. Applying it is where you might need some hand holding, and I'm here to do that. So yes, have a lovely day, and if you're in the UK, enjoy the sun. All over the world, enjoy whatever weather you've got, and yes, take care.